Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. You'll notice a big empty spot in this cramped garage that used to have a motor in it. It's not here because it's out there. It's finally time to put the motor in the car. I'm trying to mask my excitement so I don't screw something up, but it's hard to do. Let's see. I got the headers bolted on and torqued. I use stage 8 locking hardware, which is supposed to be stainless, but I don't know if you can see that. It's the rustiest stainless I've ever seen. That's actually a second set of those things. I sent one back, or actually I called them and sent them pictures of one set that did the exact same thing after only like a year of being on the car. And they sent me new ones, which I thought was nice, except the new one's rusted. So I'm not messing with them. They're gonna stay on there. They're fine. Nobody really sees the bolts. Once the spark plug wires with the boots are down there, you're fine. Let's see, what else did I do? Not much else. The K-member is bolted up now, as you can see. I'm still a little undecided on my AC. I don't know if I'm putting AC on there or not, but we'll see about that. I don't know. This strap is not part of the install process. It was me dragging it outside. I figured I would just show a real quick update, and then actually I figured I'd introduce you to the car real quick, since I haven't actually done a video on this car. There's plenty of me driving it videos, but and I'm actually not going to get into too much detail because it is an absolute mess right now. But it's an 86 Trans Am. It's not a WS6 or anything like that, although it might as well be at this point because it's got WS6 sway bars, quick ratio steering box, and it's got low, it's got iBox springs, so that part of the WS6 doesn't matter anyways. But it's a very low mile. It was 33,000 miles, garage kept when I got it. Paid an awesome price. It was mint. Not one thing was touched. The only thing that was on there was a reed switch for the ignition, so you can't actually start the car without putting a little key tag in the right spot on the dash. It's pretty neat. So I really felt bad cutting this car up. When I made the hole for the shifter and drilled some other holes, it actually hurt a little bit because it was such a nice car. I mean, there still isn't a speck of rust anywhere on it. You'll notice that the clear coat's gone. In a few spots it's so bad. Actually, this is a mixture of dust from the cover and clear coat peeling, but up here you can see it's bad. It was perfect. I cleaned the quarter panel off so you could see. I mean, it was really nice paint until I got it and left it outside, and the sun just ate it all away. So it does have a Hawks, well, I'm not sure who makes it. It's a fiberglass reproduction spoiler, and I got this used from someone. I don't know if they ever put it on or what, but it fit perfectly. I mean, it bolted right in. I think I did have to re-drill the holes. I also mounted the brake light under the spoiler and kind of capped the holes for the glass, because the 86 did have the glass light. And you can see how my MagnaFlow tips sit. They line up pretty good, even with the eye pipe just kind of hanging. They line up pretty good. This car is very straight. I think there's 2 dents total. It's kind of hard to tell now because it's just a mess, but I'm sorry, I found another one, 3. So there's one there, little tiny one. One up on the hood that you can't see because the clear coat's gone, and once it's dull you can't really see the dent. And then one on the other fender over here, right here. And all 3 of those were on there when I got the car. So but anyway, that's just a quick little look at the car. The inside has remained fairly, I don't know, clean, I guess. There's parts in the back seat, my spare set of tail lights, and obviously I can't roll down the windows, and I can't open the hatch because the battery's not in. But we're gonna fix that today. I'm gonna put some juice to it and make sure wiring still works and all that. So this is the brief setup of how I put motors, actually take them out and put them in. Right now the car is on ramps, just steel ramps, and you'll see I have one going that way and one going the other way. I don't really know why I do that. I guess I figure it's not going to roll both directions. I don't know. That tire I'll jam further up on the ramp. I've done this several times. The car does not move on these at all. This has worked so well for me many times. Unfortunately, I have to admit that I've done it many times. The front right now is sitting on jack stands because I was doing some work and I wanted it level and stable. I have a TDS, or maybe it's a Svan. I guess it's Svan since it's red. Wonder bar, and hooked up to the Wonder bar I have my hoist chain. My hoist is set on 1 ton, I think. I mean, funny thing, well, not even funny. The thing about these F bodies is when you take the motor out of these things this way and drop it out, 2 guys can lift the front of this up. They're not very heavy. I did it with my buddy when I was doing the first swap. We did it with the 4th gen Camaro. We had to lift it up and kind of shimmy it over. So at this point, the hoist isn't lifting up much. It's not even lifting up anywhere near 2,000 pounds. I figure the motor, what's an LQ4 weigh? A few hundred at most, plus the transmission. So it's like 500 pounds sitting there maybe. And I don't even think the front half of this car weighs 1,500 pounds at this point. So 1 ton setting is safe. It gives you decent amount of room, I think. I'm trying to remember if I used the 1 ton or the half ton. I'm pretty sure I used 1 ton. I'm actually gonna go check a picture when I'm done doing this and verify it. But so basic gist of it is you lift it up high enough to slide the motor under. You'll notice I didn't put the intake on. It's not a very tall intake, but I figured why smash it to pieces. Couple things you got to be aware of. Watch your dipstick tube. I probably could have left that off, but it's easier to get to when it's out of the car. Watch your wiring for your knock sensors. Watch your oil pressure sender. I have a remote bleeder, so I'm just going to drop that over the top. And just kind of go slow and take your time and keep your eye on things. And underneath the hood, I'm embarrassed to even show this. It's disgusting. The wiring I have pulled up out of the way, and power steering pump, and I'm trying to remember if I have to take that steering shaft off. It's loosened at the bottom. I can't for the life of me figure out why I would have to. Pretty sure it stays in, but oh, you know what? I think I have to loosen it, pop it, and just move it up just to clear the couple of primaries there. Maybe that's what it is. So we're gonna do this, and I am going to record the entire thing from tripod back here. I don't know. We're gonna see how that works. I think this camera records in 10-minute increments, and I'm gonna try to time lapse it too, so you don't have to watch more of this mess. So there we have it. We'll see what happens today. See how long this takes and how much of a mess I make of things.